Yeah,
That's also,
because in that moment when you find yourself frustrated and you can see your child being frustrated, or anyone in the house being frustrated, to just interrupt it completely by doing something unexpected and saying, you know what, for today, let's have a completely different day. It might save the moment. It might really have a far better outcome than enforcing the structure in that moment. It's a nice brain interruption of what people get used to.
yeah. And if we're trying to help our kids with some homework or some concept at school that they're finding challenging, or maybe they're just not coping that day, so it might be a simple task and they're just not coping with it and they're butting heads with you, stop. You're not getting anywhere with it. So take a break. Say, you know what? Let's go sit outside. So move to another space.
Yeah.
Let's go sit outside. Let's go sit in your room. Let's go make some popcorn. And when you do that, bring some physical activity. Let's jump up and down, run around the table, do a handstand, whatever it is, just to shift them out of where they're at. And then say, okay, now let's go sit and let's try this again. Don't get into a fight with your kids over maths. Right now we're dealing with a crisis. People are losing their lives. They're losing their income. They're losing the fundamental core stability, their safety, their security. Really, don't get into a fight over maths. It's not worth it.
But that leads to my next note that I made here from mentioning the fun ideas that you mentioned. Having some fun ideas with having a moment with your child, sharing stories. Tell us more about that point of view.
So, Kev, we all have stuff that we need to do in our day at the moment. So because of the pressure we're under, because of the time constraints, because we're trying to be all things to everybody in one space, look for ways to incorporate it, to bring it back together. So you've said to your kids, okay, this is going to be our time. Okay, cool. So use it to bake and use that as their maths practice. Teaching them about working out how to combine measuring cup quantities. We are busy with renovations, so I've been putting shelving up, we've been cutting boards, we've been making stuff. So Tyler's been getting involved with me in measuring the boards, working out where we need to cut pieces in, what those, what the difference is, how do we calculate that. So it's kind of distracting from it being a maths lesson to just a task that's reinforcing something they need to know. It's getting something I need to be done, and it's something they get to do with us that's fun.
Yeah.
We can't all be super parents. You are not expected to have to now go and just come up with all these amazing ideas. It all takes energy. So look for the gap. Where there's an opportunity, use it. Please don't add pressure to yourselves at the moment. Remember, we're trying to bring cortisol levels.
Exactly.